At ease, it's your boy Soul Immortal. I received a comment on a video I made a few days ago from a brother named Meeches. The brother gave me a spiel and then he asked could I answer his question. Now halfway through answering this brother's question, I paused and I deleted it. And the reason I did that is because I feel like so many brothers are going through similar situations as this young brother. And a piece of me could remember myself going through this at an earlier age. His post said this. It says, hey brother, I got a quick question and I'm really hoping I can get an answer back from you. The situation goes like this. I've been dating my girl for 7 years now, but for some odd reason I keep getting so jealous. A couple of months ago I had a gut feeling that she was doing something behind my back, but when I acted on it like a man, people call me crazy and stupid. I went back and I feel like I'm just playing myself now. You seem like a wise man and I'm only 23, so I would love some feedback from you. I have my dad also, but my mom walks all over him, and don't get me wrong, I love my mom with all my heart, but she treats him like shit. Sorry for the language, but it's true. No one will listen to me and they just keep calling me crazy. Well brother, first off, I'm gonna say this. You have a lot of things going on, but you're not crazy. You're just conditioned. Let's talk about it. Alright brother, the first thing I want to talk about is this. You need to be very cautious of getting in a relationship so serious at a young age. And I feel guilty saying that because I was in the exact same position as you. I was dating a young lady as a teenager. We ended up getting together, getting married in my 20s and stayed married to my early 30s. So it's hard for me to say that and not be really, calling the kettle black. But you young men need to be very cautious about getting these serious relationships when you're 19, 20, 21, 22. And the reason is this. You're going to change so much as a man, as a human being between 21 years old, 25 years old, 30 years old. Between 20 and 30, you're going to be a completely different person. You don't even know who you are right now. And the thing is, you graduated high school, you're paying your own bills, you're feeling like you're an adult right now. But guys, you have no idea how young you are. You have no idea how many different women you're gonna be coming into contact with. It's just not not the smartest thing for you young men to be talking marriage at 19, 20, 21. Now, I will say this. There are gonna be a very small percentage of men on the planet that meet a 5% woman at 19 and 20 and happen to just pick the right one and they'll live happily ever after. They'll grow in the same direction. But guys, that is rare. So the main thing, guys, the first thing I want to point out is you young men that are coming out of high school, that are in college, that are still, these long-term relationships, just be cautious. And if you've seen enough of my videos, you know I'm not one to preach, pump and dump and go and get out all these women. I'm not saying that having one woman in your life is a bad thing. I'm just saying that these long-term relationships where you're talking marriage at a young age, just be careful about that. 2, you mentioned you've been with this young lady for 7 years, right? And that off and on you feel jealous. Now this is how I feel about that. So before a man even gets in a situation where he wants to call it a quote-unquote serious relationship, he needs to have his ducks in a row. And most guys in their early 20s, they're just not at that point yet. That's the point in life where you need to be developing yourself and growing and getting life in order. As a man, for a man to say, I'm with this woman there at some point in time, I feel jealous. Brother, you're on the wrong end of the totem pole. And let me elaborate. So me being an adult man, I could never see myself in a position of being with a woman in a real relationship, but I'm feeling jealous. Like I'm feeling jealous about something she's doing. And why is that? Because like I said, before a man gets in a relationship, his ducks need to be in a row. Now me personally, this is how I feel about me in a relationship. So if a woman is in my circle to the point where we're in a relationship, there are just certain benefits that she's gonna get, right? She's gonna eat nice restaurants. You know, she's gonna be front row at several concerts. She's gonna be VIP popping bottles at the club if we go, just because she's in my circle. My conversation is tight. My mental is tight. I can talk about several different things. I'm into several different things. So I know who I am. So me being a man, I feel like if a woman is entertained to the point where she wants to step out or do something else, brother, my hands up. My thing is she should go. She should go, because the way I live my life, there are going to be several women that want to be in that spot. So brother, if you're feeling like you're jealous, it's two things going on. One, you're not sure of yourself. That means you need to get your life in order first. And two, you need to question the woman that you're with. Because if you're with a woman that's making you feel jealous, that means she's doing something wrong, brother. Because even the baddest chick, even the sexiest chick, if she's with you, she should make you feel, and she should also let every other brother know in the room that she's with you. So if she's doing something to make you feel jealous, you need to check the woman you with, man. And then check yourself, man. Make sure you got your ducks in a row. All right, brother. Let's talk about intuition for a second. You said this. You said a couple of months ago, I had a gut feeling that she was doing something behind my back, and I feel like I'm just playing myself. Well, brother, I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. And don't shoot the messenger. But you are. You're playing yourself. If you watch a video I made a few weeks ago, it talks about intuition. It talks about that gut feeling and how man must trust it. Brother, if you're feeling this type of way, and if you've been feeling these certain things for 7 years, brother, you're playing yourself. It's two things we're going to talk about, brother. The first one is this. It's hard to see a situation when you're in it. In other words, you can be in a relationship with a woman, man. You can be all infatuated. You can be all this stuff. But everybody outside that situation can really see what's going on. And it's hard to see when you're in it. Because she's coming over, man. She's looking good. She's smelling good. She's wearing that favorite dress. Y'all are going out. Y'all having fun. You're so clouded with love, man, that you don't see the small things that she's doing at first. But once you do start seeing it, you start getting this gut feeling. The intuition kicks in. It's that spiritual side of you saying, hey, you know what? Red flag, red flag. And what most men do, they just ignore it. So brother, if you're getting that gut feeling, you have to trust it. Number two, you need someone in your circle that's going to keep it A1 with you. Now, I'm not talking about the guys you talk to at work at the water cooler. I'm not talking about the guys you go bowling with or whatever you do. I'm talking about that one person that's going to keep it A1, whether they're hurting your feelings or not. I have a partner, man, that I grew up, man. I've been knowing him since 2 or 3 years old. And me and this guy, we might not talk but 3 or 4 times a year, max. But when I got a real question, when I want to see myself, I call my partner up, man, and I run a few things through him. And sometimes he's going to say something that I don't really agree with. But by the time I get off the phone, I have to analyze it. I have to say, you know what? I know that person has my best interest. You know what I'm saying? So you need that person in your circle. And what that person is going to tell you is they're going to size your relationship up. They're going to tell you what your relationship looks like from the outside, right? They're going to say, man, do you ever notice that your girl is doing X, Y, Z? Do you ever notice how you respond this way when she's doing this and that? Brother, you need that person in your circle. Again, intuition. Trust your gut. All right, brother, let's talk about conditioning. I received a comment yesterday on a video where a young lady asked me, what is a red pill man? And I kept my response very simple. I said, a man who has escaped the social programming of society, a free thinker. See, brother, the thing is this. you have to go through several stages of awakening. And I think you're going through that right now. But you're going to have to realize that everything that you thought was right is not. In other words, up is down and left is right, brother. You're going to have to go through stages of awakening. And I can tell you this, man, that red pill is a hard pill to swallow. But if you want understanding, not just on women, just in life in general, it's a pill that you have to take, brother. Because there are so many entities that are out to brainwash, education, the news, television shows. They're telling men how to act, how to behave, it's all conditioning. And if you're unaware of it, you just don't know, brother. You mentioned your mom treating your dad like crap. That's common in 2019. If you just go out and about, man, and see how people are operating in their relationships, men are taking a back seat as far as quarterbacking relationships nowadays. The blue pill man is the standard man nowadays. And guys, I'm telling you, it wasn't always like that. You guys that are, like yourself, 20, 21, 22, 20, you have no idea what it used to be like, man. Back when I was your age, back when I was a teenager, men operated completely different. Men carried themselves different. Women carried themselves different. Now you have a society of blue pill men. Men walking around the malls and stores holding a wife's purse. Women treating their men like crap, like you said. And for the longest, I was always saying that, it's single mothers, the way they're raising kids is what society's, and that's a lot of it. But it goes beyond that. Even households with a father and a mother that's present, it's still so corrupt to a young kid growing up because the dynamics are jacked all up. So in a nutshell, brother, when it comes down to it, we can easily point the blame for conditioning on the media. We can point the blame in several different directions. But when it comes down to it, if we want to accept responsibility, we're going to have to put that blame on the household. Now we can talk about fathers not being present in the household. We can talk about the things that single mothers are doing. We can go a variety of different ways. But like you said, even in households where a father and a mother are present, there's still confusion. There's still something that's not right. And with so many women beginning to take charge of so many households, with so many men beginning to take the back seat, you have to look at that relationship between mothers and sons. You know what I mean? And I've spoken about this before. So what's happening, guys, is you have a lot of women, even out of love, that are stripping masculinity out of young men. And here's a prime example, right? So a friend of mine is dog shopping. She's looking for a French bulldog. Now, I had no idea that these dogs cost several thousands of dollars. So she called me the other day and wanted me to help her go look for dogs, right? So we're looking at dogs. And the first, 3 or 4 dogs we looked at, beautiful dogs, they were all females. And, they came out, we played with them, they ran around a little kennel we were in. And they all had a certain temperament, very good dogs. But the last dog they brought in was a male dog. And off the bat, as soon as they set him down, everything about him was different. They threw a rag in the kennel with us and he's just ripping it up. He's running and bouncing off walls. He's biting on doors. He's just doing, male dog things. And I thought about that and I put that same situation in the real world. And that's what's happening in a lot of households. Again, even when fathers are present, even in single mother situations, we're seeing the same things. You're seeing a lot of young men grow up and women are stripping their manhood. They see young men acting a certain way. Boys are talking a certain way, walking a certain way, doing certain things. And women are slapping them on the wrist saying, no, don't do that. Act like this. And after so many years of getting that conditioning, you have a blue pill society. And that's where we are. So again, brother, to answer your question, you're not crazy. You're just conditioned. Continue to take red pills daily. I can tell, brother, that you're at the first stages of awakening. Watch red pill content. Subscribe to my channel. Watch brothers like Black Ram 313. Watch brothers like Alpha Romney. Watch brothers like AMS. Watch that stuff daily, brother, and just find knowledge yourself, and you'll be all right. I hope I answered your question. It's your boy Soul Immortal, and I'm out.